Hello, ladies. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Lauren. Schmorting Yvette. Schmorting Slink. Schmorting Mama Buzz. Rage, hoo-ah. Kaz, hoo-ah. What happened? Jody Sue be flipping her stories around, I see. Hell yeah, like flapjacks, man. You hear me? I'm talking about buttermilks. Amanda, little Linda, Michelle. This is it. You know what? This really is the true crime genre. It's not much true crime being solved, but a lot of true crime being had, right? Like if you've never seen a bigger, uglier situation than the protesters who have, yeah, they're right. They've captured the attention with being the squeaky wheel. We all know squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? It gets the grease. So it's the most unreputable group of people ever. And now, I mean, it's these people all know individually what the internet does. They know how it works. The one thing we all know when we do this shit is that you cannot whip. You are never going to whip the internet. Please believe that. If you ever come on here, or you think right now, you might be brand new to this shit, looking at it, you're like, oh man, yeah, this stuff is easy to figure out. Man, you need to quit now, because it is no whipping the internet. You will never whip the internet's ass. Ever. Right? So this is it, right? Like, what this is a group of women. A lot of the stuff that goes on over there is a group, a community, a network of women who really are interested in crime, but they're more interested in watching the drama. And you try to figure out, what does Molly and channels like that, what do they offer? Well, evidently they offer everything. They offer everything that most of these eyes and ears and brains want to look at and hear. I don't make the rules, right? But that's what it is, right? Now, if we were, I don't want to say that, because then that'll sound chauvinist. Because if you had a whole community full of men over here, probably be less getting done than there is now, because men just, have a whole community full of men trying to do true crime, but won't ask for directions while trying to, like, you see how that could get complicated. But, man, that's a beautiful truck, dude. Beautiful truck. I know, like, this is the best. This is, like, look at our number one group, right? Like, we got a variable team of, like, not even like B team. This is just like, I don't know what you call it. It's like an enthusiast weekend. It's like shooting deer in a barrel on a farm somewhere, or baiting in a bear to shoot. Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, right? Like, once a year you shoot a gun at something that's moving around. I don't know what it is. It's like, this is a safari, right? It's like a trip, a very elaborate and well documented by Olivia, I must say, trip to the zoo. Except for the really concerning part is that Molly clearly believes that human beings and their worst victims, these people are victims. And Molly Golightly in her tribe, all they do is re-victimize the Wells over and over and over. Even in the chats, if they're not bashing him on the screen in the chat, they're talking about how his daughter is dead probably, and that this is a recovery, and like, you know what, like, you should have to have a certification to talk about certain things here. You know, that would really limit what I could talk about too, but I'd be okay with that. I'd be really okay with not being able to talk about a bunch of this stuff, because let me tell you what, there probably were times, and still are times, where Don and Candace believe that something good can still come from all of this BS here. There are deliberate attempts from participants on the YouTube who are conjuring up different scenarios. Let me tell you what, man, not one thing. Let me tell you what about all your favorite psychics. You thought I was going to say, oh, fuck it, let me say something. Has your favorite psychic been right about shit? I don't know. I know there's a lot of psychics out there that try to work the numbers and try to make it look different ways. Like, I don't know. I don't want to go get deep off into what the hell they do. But has one of your psychics been right yet? She's a con, hell yeah. Green bean, green bean. Your music is entirely too loud if I can hear it driving next to you on the highway. Holy shit, his music is fucking loud. I don't even know how he could be seeing straight to drive. It's just got me jiggling his eyes. Anyways, I mean, this is like genuinely the fleecing of America. Not even the fleecing of America. That's too good. This is the fleecing of the abducted. That's what you have going on here. It's the fleecing of the abducted. Don't we know, like, did we not see Molly offer $300? She has the money of yours to blow, but you don't. Right? That's disgusting. So this is what we're left with. This is, you know, let me tell you what, do I feel like I'm adequate enough every single day to be handling this sort of information? No. I do not feel that I'm adequate enough or certified enough. I try to handle this shit with love and respect and forgiveness. Those are my qualifications. Those are from God, right? What better qualifier than God? I have empathy. I have all of these things appointed by God. That qualifies me. Some of your favorite YouTubers and psychics, they don't even possess that. They possess a very fluid way to trick you. Let me step back. I had a few people last night saying, hey, Molly got a new number. And then I woke up this morning, turned my phone on. I actually did get about 50 troll calls. But let me tell you what happened. I'm gonna actually show a screen recording later on tonight. What Molly did was she put my number out, and her supporters thought that it was her number. So when I woke up this morning, there was all these, oh, me and my mom love to watch you. Oh, we love you. We love getting the tea from you, girl. And then there was one from Carissa. I got to tell you, Andra and Molly, Carissa's trying to get through to you. She's got your shirts. She wants to send them to you. She thought the number that you were giving out online was your number, but actually she showed me, and I gotta tell you what, like, you're not gonna be pleased with those shirts. They're fucking basic, and you are not a basic bitch. I'm telling you that now. Andra is a basic bitch. Those shirts will fit her just well, just fine. You, on the other hand, like, you're gonna need some time to custom fit it and cut a cleavage window in it, and I don't know, cut some armpit windows in it. I don't know what the fuck you'll do with it, but I know you won't leave it alone. You're gonna cut on it. That's your MO. You're gonna cut on it. Give you something that's just fine, and bitch, you're gonna cut on it. Oh, you thought Jesus made a mistake with your face, and so you went to change it. Now look what you got. You don't have the gift from God anymore. Now, I collectively went through and answered almost every single text from Molly's people. Oh yeah, perplexed. She said she had a shirt for you, but she said, fuck you. I'll show you, I'll tag you in it. She's a flip-flopper, Carissa, the lady you had do the t-shirts. She was like, fuck Laura. So she was gonna send you your shirt, but I'll show you. She was like, fuck you. She's a flip-flopper, the t-shirt lady. Anyways, Carissa, the t-shirt lady, was the only lady that didn't have a conversation with me. Because she sent all these pictures of your shirts and stuff, Molly. And I was like, she was the very first one. I was like, what is this? And then I read it all again and I was like, this bitch, Carissa, she thinks she texted Molly. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have fun with this. So Carissa is the only one that didn't have a conversation with me. Once I explained to every other lady what was going on, it was basically just like a type text where you're like, LOL, this is gonna be funny after I tell you what's happened. And they're like, oh, what is it? And I was like, you think this is Molly, don't you? And they're like, yeah, who is it? And I'm like, this is Benny Keys. And they're all like, oh my God. I tried to call a bunch of them. They never would answer. But I will tell you what these ladies did do. I did 20 conversations with 20 different subscribers, Patreons, members, people that send Molly money. And they were like, I'm going to show them to you. They were like, oh my God, she's such a bad person. There was like a bunch of moments of clarity on the phone for me or on the text with these different ladies who got tricked by Molly, either inadvertently or not. Some people told me, and I don't know what it really is, but some people were like, Benny, she got a new number. She may have just said, I don't know how it worked. It had to have been some sort of mix-up where people weren't texting me like it was me. They were texting me, all of them, like it was Molly. And I was like, how the fuck can you make such a blunder? She doxed like 50 of her own subscribers last night. I got their telephone numbers, which is gonna, if I was so inclined, these are their real telephone numbers because a bunch of them are iPhones. They're not these silly ass text now numbers, right? So I could just go right to the Facebook and start looking up these people who are harassing me. Now I know their names. Now I know what their kids look like. Now I know what their house looks like. And Molly did it to you. Molly did it to you. You should, I mean, every one of them is pissed because they're like, oh my God, this bitch had me call Benny Key or text Benny Keys, and then we had our moment with Benny Keys and we realized he's actually a nice fucking guy. He actually is a nice fucking guy, right? Let me tell you what, man. I've been thinking a lot about, you know, the Q Carlocks and the Obsidians and the ethereal Obsidians, you know, and a lot of the other ethnicities that also have John Grimes, what's his new a Scandal, not Ace Candle, a Scandal. You know, like, I think that these white people, they think that they're the only ones, like they have the trademark on the fucking true crime. I mean, clearly. Like, we're getting a fair representation. I mean, let me tell you what, if you support Molly Golightly, but she said racist slurs that you find, you know, fucking terrible, right? Fucking terrible. But she's sort of the handler of the top spot, we think, right? Like, I mean, as far as like, you know, of course, there's a lot of channels that do a lot of content about these situations, but they're not gonna be there, right? Like, they're not in that locale, right? Because I'm not gonna say boots on the ground no more. That shit sounds so fucking stupid to me. It's also like saying the word narrative. Like, man, fuck no, man. You could be the narrator, right? Or you could be, you know, a personnel in the locale. But man, I ain't saying that goofy ass shit no more, man. Fuck that goofy ass shit. And fuck that, I'm coming at you. Like, man, fuck all that pussy ass, dumbass, white woman YouTube shit. Man, I'm not getting caught up in that shit. Man, fuck y'all. Anyways, can you imagine being interested in some shit and being good at it, right? But you gotta come here and battle the likes of all of these white people? Man, holy shit. It's Mexican queens. It's black queens. Man, it's every kind of queen in the motherfucking, in the true crime community. But they all get overshadowed by these personnel in the locale, the protesters, who are fucking racist, man. Let me tell you what. You know, it was somebody that said, somebody emailed me. They were like, oh yeah, one email out of everything. They were like, I saw you and Don recreate the definition of the N-word the other day. And I was like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, have you seen my real life? There's no way I could be a racist, bro. Like, you haven't never heard me say no racist shit. You ain't heard no racist recordings. No nothing. No nothing. So then we had a situation where Don dropped the N-bomb. Not here to normalize it at all. I was here to say it's not cool, but there's the but. But just because he said it, I'm not gonna stop helping him look for his daughter, right? Because even if it was a black man who lost Summer, and Summer was black, and if he would have said all these stupid fucking honkies around here, all these fucking crackers, all these fucking pink people, all these tanners, right? For you white folks that don't know, those are the names that a lot of people have for us, and they're good ones, right? We're very limited, right? We have a very vulgar, limited access of you know, racial slurs. Black folks, they don't have to be nasty. They can just tell the truth. And that's what we interpret as a slur. Are we pink people? We sure are pink people. Fuck around and catch a tan if you want to. What color do you turn? Pink? Tanners. When we get in the sun, do we tan? Sure the fuck do. So I guess it's not really a racial or racist slur. It's the truth. But no, we haven't never told the truth about the way, as white people, that we talk about black folks. I mean, the very system in itself, in its entirety, is built by racism. Why do we call black folks black folks? Why do we call white folks white folks? You don't call Mexican people brown folks. You call them Mexicans. You don't call Chinese folks yellow people. You call them Chinese, or you call them Japanese, or you call them Asian. You following me? Like, why is it that it seems like the whole design is to put white people against black people from the jump? Right? Who you think came up with that bullshit? The red man. Who the fuck you think let an Indian, a chief's head be the fucking damn, we need to slow down. Be the centerpiece for a whole NFL football organization, the Redskins. It wasn't until what, 2020 we found that highly fucking offensive, and we changed them to the Washington football team. Like that is what white folks do. White folks, you know what I mean? Like, we are literally like roaches. We crawl all through every fucking thing, and we infest it, and you know what? Like, we trick people. Look at poor Olivia. Poor Olivia, man. She's a Mexican queen. She's a beautiful woman. I can't take that away from her. Right? She's not stunning. She's beautiful. Big difference. My wife is stunning. Right? But what happens is when we come here, we get so caught in the clout. We'll throw away our own fucking belief system, standing next to someone else. We perceive or we accept other people's perception of this person having worth. This person having worth. Let me tell you what. This conversation, it comes at a really strong time for me too, because all of the shit that John Grimes went through, like, this man was sick than a motherfucker, man, for a while. And then he was just like, I watch every video of John's. Try to catch him live, but you know, like I don't catch every single one. But this man was sick. His nose was bleeding, all this other shit. People, somebody sent him an at-home test, and the man came up positive. He's positive, man. He did everything he could to keep from getting it. He's got 2 babies and a girl. And let me tell you what. When I heard about that, I was like, damn, John's got the shit. Man, I'm fucked up for him. But then when I seen last night, this fucking pink lady, these pink people laughing about these fucking cards. And here you got John Grimes can't even bring in the fucking new year with his people because he's got the shit. I don't believe John Grimes goes out and puts himself in the way to get the shit. I believe it was somebody that didn't take a precaution. Right? Like us fathers that have children, we take extra precaution, whether you ladies like to believe it or not. We take precautions in our own mind because we are the protectors of our families. So don't think for a minute, ladies, that men aren't out here taking extra precautions. I have a 3-year-old. He can't get a vaccine. He couldn't get one, so he got the shit. dig? I blame myself for that. Like, I mean, as I think any good parent would, if you're watching your child go through a respiratory situation, man, you're like, oh, fuck, man, what could I have done? Could I have done something different? Where did it even come from? Like, that's the shit going through John's mind right now. Maybe John knows where he got the shit at. But he's definitely like, damn. Like, it's serious. We've lost almost 2 million people, over 2 million people in America due to this. You know? And it's changing the whole landscape of complete entire families. Like, look at Ansley Adams, chick, with her family fighting to keep that COVID off of her family's back to this shit. And then you hear, and you know what? Last night, I was like, watch this bitch. She'll probably, because we were on live at the same time. I said, watch this bitch will probably take them motherfucking me cards to the police station with her. And she did. She took the 2 fucking cards to the police department. She wouldn't talk about that scenario, so that's why I had to report the shit. I reported it 2 different times this morning. And I'm sure she been reported all over the motherfucking me world. For that whole ass shit, that's, you know, like, you knew that shit was illegal, your fucking husband told you, and why do those cards still even fucking exist? For 2 reasons. Because you thought about it for a minute, like, damn, I can probably pass these hoes off real quick, and if I ever get caught, I could just say, it's not my fault. I had my shot. What can they do, right? No, this bitch, she told it. She told it. She got scared and she told it. She snitched on herself. She dry snitched on herself about the fucking, she was like, yeah, I got him right here. That's why when today she talked about them COVID cards, she said, oh, that's a whole nother issue. You motherfucking me right it is. You ain't lied about that yet today. That shit is the truth. So she's saying shit like, and I don't think anybody caught it. I don't think nobody caught it. But I showed a video about a Plano fire chief who had gotten exclusive tickets to a concert in New York City. But the only way they could get in the concert was to have the vaccination card, right? So he tried to muscle an EMT who had the cards. And the EMT was like, ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And then he turned him in right after that. But then the fire chief wanted the EMT that was gonna, that he thought was gonna issue him the card. He was like, well, man, dude, if it was a problem, he could have reached out to me. He was like, nah, it was a problem, and he did what he was supposed to fucking do. He reported you, right? So now we're sitting in this community, we're watching this lady who won't never touch on the fact that she was a hooker, won't never touch on the fact that her old man is the last trick, right? Like, he fell in love with the bitch. He made a whole housewife. And the most that bitch will ever say about that bullshit is that it's TV, people. Okay, so what, the TV made you look 10 pounds fatter? I don't know. But I do believe you were a real motherfucking mean hooker. Shit. I think you really was selling pussy. I think you really had some meat on the barbecue looking ass. For real. So, I'm looking at the entitlement of all of these white women. And I'm like, damn. Can you imagine collectively the people that are so completely unbiased, they can look at this shit from the very top, looking down like Jesus would, and say, oh my God, look at these fucking women. Let me tell you what, for whatever you think I may have done on here, that's the fucking, you know what I'm saying, like the loser highlights. Man, I tell you, it's another woman on here ready to take the fucking stage, take the pedestal from me before you give it to me. It's a woman out there fucking up on good folk money immediately. You know? I mean, I am actually fucking tired because of my real life. My real life doesn't consider, this is not my natural element. To be around all these funky ass, judgy, racist white women, this is not, go look at, I showed you what my real life is like, man. I do music videos. Like, and I don't do it for fucking Blink 182. Right? Man, like, to watch all these entitled white women, it also makes me so fucking honored to have the mother that I do. Because let me tell you what, growing up the life that I did, let me tell you what, if I came home after school with a white boy, my mom just knew we were fucking up. She said, oh, y'all aren't playing football. Y'all are about to go smoke cigarettes or sip on wine and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, if I came home with the regular cats from the neighborhood, my black friends, man, she just knew we were about the basketball, about the football. Man, my mother never pushed any racial agenda. Right? Shit, my father is Brazilian. Fuck you mean? Right? Like, and then I watch these white women and I'm like, damn. It's specifically the white women. Damn near make me have some sort of racial identity crisis because I'm like, I want to hide the fact when I come on YouTube that I'm white because I don't even want to be associated in that clan of people. And I say clan, when they say white people, man, they automatically throw me in there too, man. Not purposefully, but it's just the way it is, right? Right? So you're like, oh man, Benny's one of them white people too. Man, shit. About the time I start being labeled as one of them white people from YouTube, I'm through with this shit. I am through with this shit. My fucking wife is Hispanic. I don't know, man. So I say all that about the Plano chief because I do believe that's probably what she used it for. She used that motherfucker to go to some kind of event. Some kind of event that you needed to have proof of a COVID vaccine. She keeps trying to spin it off like, oh, you only need one to go across international boundaries. And I haven't went anywhere across international boundaries with that. What do you do, bitch, when they send you a credit card they want you to activate? Well, you cut that O in half and throw it away, huh? You don't just keep it, do you? You don't just keep it around, right? And you keep shit around that you're gonna use, bitch, for something, a concert, to tell on your homegirl when you know this shit is gonna go sour, bitch, because anybody that slides up next to you ends up getting burnt the fuck up. So that thing helped you out. Oh shit. That thing helped you out in so many different ways, bitch, because I'm telling you, you used that motherfucker, man. You tell the truth and shame the devil. It's hell to tell the captain, bitch. You used the motherfucker. I know you used it. You used the bitch somewhere. You used the bitch somewhere. And you kept it. In fact, it was an inventory. You knew right where to go get them motherfuckers when it was time to talk about them motherfuckers, didn't you? You knew right where. It wasn't like, oh, where'd I put them cards at? Bitch, you knew right where they were. You kept them in the important spot. Huh. Let me ask you a question, Molly. How come you didn't get one for your son? Or did you get one for your son? Shit, you're letting Princess drink himself to fucking death right under your own roof. Did you get him one? I bet you got 4 of them motherfuckers, bitch, and you're only showing 50% of them, bitch. Or else you got 15 of them, because you know with the women, sometimes you got to multiply times 3. That's what J. Cole says. Sometimes with a woman, you got to multiply times 3. So if she told you this, man, multiply that motherfucker by 3, and that's what you're really staring down the barrel at, right? The bitch probably got a fucking stack of the motherfuckers that was rubber band up, like dope money. I bet you that bitch got a whole motherfucking stack of them cards. It's gonna come out too. It's gonna come out. Molly, why don't you send me the $300 for my information and I'll just give it to you. Quit making it like a, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Like you're making this like Professor Mustard did it with the fucking claw hammer in the kitchen. Bitch, just call me. I'll give you everything you need. Everything. I mean, I don't break the law. She said she got a bunch and threw the others out and kept 2. There you go. I told you. I told you. That bitch didn't keep 2. Yes, she did. She kept 2 for herself. That's what she done. She kept 2 for herself. She gave the rest away. Is Molly Golightly ever tell the truth? So fuck me. She says she kept 2. That bitch kept 8. At least 6. Cause she never knows when one of her dumbass homegirls want to go to a concert too, and she's like, bitch, you could borrow the shoes and a COVID card. Fuck you mean? Need a clutch? Here, I'll just put the fucking vaccine card in the clutch, bitch. Oh, shit. I told you she got a bunch. That hoe doesn't never do nothing halfway. It's this amount of time. But as soon as you go over 2 cards, oh, shit, they got to lock you up with fuck sodomites. They got to lock your ass up with the motor boaters. Right? Just sit there and motorboat your pussy all night. You'll come home turned out. Just motorboat that booty from the back. They'll just take turns motorboating your booty. Hell yeah. You'll belong to somebody. Bitch, somebody's gonna claim that ass. I'll tell you what. I bet her name is gonna be Jordan too. And you're not gonna be able to tell. Well, that bitch is gonna have a mean arm wrestling game. That's what I can tell you. That bitch will have a mean arm wrestling game. You know what? Penny from True Crime, the other day she told me this joke. I want to tell you, but I want you to replace Molly Golightly's picture in your head as you're processing this, right? So Penny was like, her husband was right there, so we weren't just, her husband told her the joke and then she told me the joke. She was like, why don't witches wear underwear? Why don't witches wear underwear? So they can get a better grip on the, on the broomstick. Can you imagine Molly Golightly, the fucking size of broomstick she could grip with her pussy? Holy shit. She could grip somebody's leg and then you'd have to take that bitch to work. If her Kegels didn't let go, oh man, you could never get that bitch off your leg. Yeah, Angela, she was like, Benny, how many kids did you diddle last night? Angela, 0. You know that. You retracted it. You even said that was a criminal statement. Angela, how many cards you print off last night? Angela, you did a bunch of cleaning at your house today, didn't you? You probably didn't even fucking wait until this morning. You cleaned up last night, didn't you? Hell yeah. She's liquidating. Boy, she don't want nothing that has to do with printing off shit. Not even, nothing. That bitch don't want a printer? What? I've never owned a fucking printer. Hey, Mom. What's up? Never. Never. We're going to end up tracking Angela's whole activity through toner cartridge purchases. Watch. Hell yeah. She done printed off a few. That's illegal as fuck. Hell yeah. All right. Well, I'm out of here. That's really all I got. I mean, this is it. Right? Like, this is... Like, you ever watched a Super Bowl game and you're like, damn, I'm disappointed. Like, my team, it's not even that my team isn't in there. It's just that, like, how the fuck did this fluke Super Bowl get put together? You're like, man, shit. I don't know, Shannon. It's a federal crime even to print it. That's right. That's right. Yep, love you guys. Remember, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. I'll be on one more time today. Love you guys. Peace.